Very good morning to you. It's lovely to be back with you. I've missed you. So let's talk about Meghan Markle, shall we? She's got everyone talking after being spotted in California. So I don't know if you've seen the photo, but she's been wearing this sort of anti-stress patch on her left wrist. It's a medical device that claims to send calming signals to the brain. Well, we could all do with that, couldn't we? Well, in a moment, we've got Dr Amir, who's going to be sharing his views on what the science is behind it. But first, let's join Ross, our guinea pig for the morning. Now, morning, my love. You're generally, I think, a reasonably laid-back man. Would that be just the veneer of calm that you give, or do you get a bit stressy?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I genuinely am very, very laid back. I'm very lucky, which is good when it comes to live television. But as you say, a lot of people talking about this one. Meghan up there in Montecito, spotted over the weekend. Little patch, which I am wearing as well. I'm not rolling up my sleeve in the way that Meghan has in her photograph. Not saying anything about that at all. So it's around about £3. You buy them in packs of 20 normally. It's new calm. Harry, as we know, he's on tour at the moment, so she's been on her own. It's an anti-stress patch. It provides an app subscription as well to de-stress, as well as the patches. You get 6 different sound channels as well. It's all to cover the entire spectrum of brainwave frequencies for deep relaxation and calm. It's about £23 a month for that. Claims to safely and reliably change your mental state on demand without drugs. And if you want to hear a little bit of how the sounds actually sound, they sound a little bit like this.
Yeah, okay.
And it also claims to provide something like a feeling of 2 hours of restorative sleep in about 20 minutes. So it's very interesting. I must say, and it'll be interesting to hear from Dr Amir, I do have some sound things like sound baths that I play in the house to make me even calmer than I am, and they definitely do work. But this is the first time.
Let's see it again. Yeah, so it's on your wrist. Just point it. Yeah, show us a bit more what it looks like. So it's just above your watch there. Yes. Well, that's.
You just stick it on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the sound thing, you're absolutely right. I have those sounds on, and that's not unusual. But I think the patch bit and the connection to the app is the bit that's interesting, isn't it? So let's speak to Dr Amir. What science is there behind? Well, what are the chemicals that are in the patch, presumably?
Yeah. Morning. So the idea is that the patches sends out kind of invisible frequencies and vibrations, a bit like a tuning fork, which resets vibrations in your brain, and it reduces stress hormones like cortisol and stressful kind of brain chemicals like adrenaline. To be honest, Ranveer, you know, the long-term research isn't there to support this kind of patch. However, like a lot of alternative medicines, as long as it's not doing any harm to someone, it's not costing them a fortune, someone's not taking advantage of them, and it isn't delaying treatment to more evidence-based medicine, I'm fine with people using it. If Meghan feels it's working for her, then that's okay. That's absolutely fine, as long as it's not delaying treatment to other more conventional kind of medical therapies. If she's stressed, there's more evidence-based stuff that she might want to use instead.
Just a quick check-in with Ross. How are you feeling? Are you okay? How are you?
Very calm. I'm very calm. I'm very well, calm. Thank you. But thank you for checking in.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you, Doctor. How am I?
Yeah. The serious point, of course, is that we've got A-level results coming out this week, haven't we? And so there is genuine stress that... I mean, would a patch like this and an app and some sounds, in your view, Dr Amir, be a reasonable way to sort of say to your 18-year-old, listen, just try this, just chill out, it'll be fine?
It certainly won't do any harm to them. I like the idea of sounds. There's lots of evidence that calming sounds, particularly nature sounds that you can play on devices or your TV, can help reduce stress. But if you really want to kind of reduce stress in the run-up to those exam results, and we've all been there, the things that we know work are regular exercise. You know, I know that's often the things that gets put off when you're really stressed, but doing exercise is really good for you. Talking about how you're feeling, really important. Good nutrition, often ultra-processed foods and high-sugar foods is what we turn to when we're stressed, but actually eating more whole foods is better for you. And one of my favourite things, Ranveer, to do if you're stressed is say no. Create boundaries. You know, this is what I'm capable of doing. This is what I'm able to do. Everything else falls within your remit of work or yours. But I'm happy to support you in any way you want. But this is your job to do. I tend to say it like that when I want to say no.
I love it. OK, and you're back a bit later on, aren't you, with a sort of sleep/stress clinic anyway. So we've got a lot more to come from you. Super stuff. Thank you so much. And Ross will be talking to you a little bit later on as well. Plenty around in LA to talk about too. Thanks so much. And well, actually, we'll catch up with you and keep that patch on, won't you? And see how you're feeling in about 25 minutes. Yes, lovely. Thank you so much.
Will do.